Hello and welcome back to the channel UpTheRedsTV with me, Andy. Okay, so please like, please share and please subscribe to the channel. This one is the Liverpool versus Brighton FA Cup fourth round tie, played at Anfield tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Firstly, I just want to say well done to all the Brighton supporters. They'll be travelling up on that long journey tomorrow. The weather's going to be horrendous, but let's hope everything's going to be okay for the game to be played. So, as you know, I look at the last four league games of Brighton. I'm treating this as if this was a Premier League game rather than a cup tie, because I think that's how this will play out. Brighton haven't won in the last 13 games. So last four, the furthest one was Fulham away. They lost 2-1. Then they were at home to Everton, drew that one 1-1. And then they were home to Crystal Palace and they lost that 1-0. And they lost to Aston Villa in the last minute away 1-0. Played 4, drawn 1, lost 3. Premier League standings, they are played 26, won 10, drawn 10, lost 9. They've scored 34 goals, conceded 34. They've got 31 points and they are 14th in the league. Look, they've not been hammered in any of the games that they've lost. And if you look at when they came to Anfield earlier on in the season and we beat them 2-0, they had numerous chances to score, and they're a good outfit. You know, let's not take that away from them. And they finished the game with more possession than us, so it just goes to show, you know, they had chances when they were at Anfield. So yeah, they've won 7 out of 8 away ties in the FA Cup, so their pedigree is good on that. This will be the 7th meeting between the two teams, and both teams have come away with they've progressed to the next round with 3 wins. Okay, so this is going to be the 7th game. Fabian Hersler, the manager, now he's under pressure from the Brighton fans. I've had a look at the few podcasts. Many are wanting him gone. They want somebody else in. And but Brighton don't do things like that with managers, do they? Unless they necessarily have to. They're not going to get relegated. They're on enough points. They've got enough good players in their squad for that not to happen. They've no injury worries, and they will have Jan-Paul van Hecker back. He'll be available to start. They'll also have Matt Weaver back as well. So yeah, there's a couple of injuries, but they're not first team starters. Look, they'll come with a strong squad, as I've said, and they'll play their expansive brand of football that Hersler likes to play. He's not going to change anything, and it'll be a really good open game for us to watch. And so, on that note, let's have a look at Arne Slot's press conference. Endo out for a long time. There's other tests need to be done on his foot. He's still got some heavy bruising, but they'll have to wait for that to settle before they go and have another look. He said not only will we miss him as a fullback, we'll miss him in midfield, and he can play centre half as well. He said Brighton should not be where they are. They are much better than that, and it will be another challenge for us. So he knows the consequences of this tie tomorrow. He said it took me a long time to sleep last night about the team. Do I go for the same players or the others, and where to start them? So I need another 24 hours to decide my lineup. Fair enough. He has sleepless nights picking his team. That's nice to know. He was asked about priorities of the FA Cup. He says, we've 3 priorities: the FA Cup, the Champions League qualification, and the Champions League. Now, I don't know if it's in that order, or he just said that those were his 3 priorities. But he says, I am also aware we and I have squad options available, so the load management is important, and the last thing we want to happen is another injury. It's also true that if a player plays 3 times, they might get injured. Look, I'm not having any of this nonsense about playing 3 times, or not this time of the year. We're at the business end of the season. We should be okay. We should be playing multiple games. He was asked about looking at the younger players because of playing 3 games in a week. He said, "I've looked at the younger players. Few of them are getting to first team football." And he said, "Few have already have had it in Rio and Ngamoa and Trey Nyoni." He said, "But like I say, we need to find the right balance. We will play a strong team in Brighton. And if we would have had a different opponent tomorrow, then I would have made other choices." So on that, he should be going strong then, because he's not going to bring the youngsters in. He was asked about Virgil van Dijk's load management, and he says he's been vital. If he's not playing there, there are not options available, including Ibu Konate. Although Joe Gomez is coming back, now he's talking about Virgil, has been fit every time. It's a big accomplishment of a player of his age, and not the youngster anymore, but he plays every 3 days. But that's no coincidence, he said. I see he works the work that he puts into his recovery until the next game starts. He said, "I've said it before, it's harder to stay fit when a team has had many setbacks, and it tells you much about his recovery and his mental strength." So I could go on a bit more about his press conference, but the questions were a bit the same as what they've always been, and the challenges that he's had, and how he's had to fit it, and how he's had to prioritise certain things. So my team, I've picked my team, but I've also put what I think Slot might go for. Okay, so I've gone for Alisson in goals. I think Slot will start Marmadashvili. I'd like to see Joey Gomez start at right back, but I think he'll play Sloboslai. I think we'll agree left back will be Kirkes. I also think we'll agree that Konate and Van Dijk will be the 2. I want Sloboslai in midfield, but I think he'll pick Gravenberch. I want Jones there. I think he'll pick Maka. I think we'll both agree on Salah. We'll both agree on Wirtz. I want Chiesa on the left-hand side and not Gakpo, but I think he'll go for his favourite, Gakpo. And I think we'll both agree on Ekitike. Okay, so you guys tell me what team you want to do. Do you want to go strong? Do you want to go not weak? Do you want to see some more youngsters being given time? Ngamoa, Nyoni. I'm not so sure. I think he will go with these ones that he trusts, which is unfortunate. So yeah. Just another thing I want to say before I close on this one, because this is only a short one. I will be doing a post-match fallout on Sunday. It'll be out about 2:00, and yeah, and hopefully we can progress through to the next round, because that's one of our priorities, is to win a cup. We need something out of the season, and if we get that, that'll be superb. Yeah, so the final thing I want to say is James Milner, our one of our greatest signings. Absolutely brilliant. Did he come free to us? I'm not so sure, but wow, what a career he's had. 650 games now. He's equal the with, is it Gareth? What was he called? Gareth Barry. He came on against Aston Villa. But I just want to say he's played for Leeds, City and Liverpool. And look, he was in a great Leeds side when he started, when he was a wee 16-year-old. Then he went to Man City and won things. Then he came to Liverpool and won everything. What a accomplished professional he has been on and off the field. When he was at Liverpool, he would talk to the youngsters. He would, work with them. He's been superb as a vice captain. He even told the bigger players that were bigger than him, during the game, what to do. He's taken penalties, massive goals he scored, massive clearances. Jurgen Klopp loved him, and his teammates loved him. And if it is the last time that we see him at Anfield tomorrow, I hope that if he does hang his boots up, that he comes straight back to Liverpool and becomes part of the coaching setup, because he's a one-off, an absolute one-off. And we love seeing him at Liverpool, and we're glad that he put the shirt on. He will, talking about putting the shirt on, he will have number 20 on his shirt tomorrow for his mate Diogo Jota, in memory of him. And he's just a class bloke, absolute class bloke, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me with that. Okay, thanks very much for watching this video, and have a boss weekend, and I'll speak to you guys on Sunday. Up the Reds.